We encourage you, and actually just recommend and suggest, that you read this book before the Art with the Heart time. As you're reading the book, you want to also take the time to not only talk about how painted paper is created and how you can make unique pieces of paper in ways that you might not have thought of, and they're all going to look different, but also what collage is and how an artist collages stuff. The very first day for this lesson is a lot of paint. Each student is going to paint 3 pieces of paper on their own. So you can imagine how much needs to happen within that one station to get all the students done with painting all of their papers.
When I see these, I think of fire, don't you? And fire is warm, isn't it? Yeah. So these are warm colors.
Like
these over here, the blue and purple and green, they are called cool colors.
So what is cool? Like cool? That's made up of these colors.
Igloo.
Igloos, maybe? What else?
Ice.
Ice? What else?
Igloo.
Igloo? Water. Yeah, water is cool and it's made up of these colors.
You want to really help them to understand how these pictures were made. You can talk about how the water changes color when it goes from calm sea to rough sea, and thinking about just things other than what we're actually doing with this lesson, but is in art everywhere.
So when you're making your waves, I want you to make a wave. Use your finger in the air and show me what would a wave look like if I were making a wave. It would be up and down. It wouldn't just be straight across. It would be up and down. And would it go from top to bottom, or would it go from side to side? Side to side. So I want you to make waves using watercolors that we just talked about, and you can use more than one color.
And for this, I combined 2 colors.
To do the background?
Yeah.
What colors?
Blue and a kind of purple.
Okay.
And I brushed them together, and this is what it made, and I gave it some texture.
It's a nice time to point out and reinforce their knowledge of the horizon line. Almost every paper has a very clear horizon line, and the students will be eager to point that out to you if you ask them. Helping them to recognize the horizon line, not just in their letter books and some of their other art, but also around the world and in other images.
This is the tricky part. We have to do our horizon line, okay? And I want you to understand, we have to make it look like it's standing in the grass. So, you're going to start at your mushroom and you're going to draw a line all the way to the edge of your page. Okay? Is that tricky? Oh, good. Then you're going to start on this side of your mushroom and you're going to draw to the side of your page. Here to here.
Maybe some things like color.
Well, you use white and you put white in the pink and the
Did you do your horizon line, Richard?
In addition to pointing out all the standard stuff that you do when you read with students, you can start by asking the students, how do you think this was made? How do you think the artist created this color on the paper?
Look at this lion's hair. Do you see how they're all going in one direction? We're going to try to do that on our lion's face. Now watch this today. I don't have my colored pen. I can't use a colored pencil on here, so I'm going to have to use a black marker. But I would probably choose maybe one of the colors that you guys already picked out. Like Dylan said, there's a little bit of white, or there's a little bit of golden yellow, there's a little bit of orange, there's a little bit of black. How about you use one of those colors? And I would try to make all of the lines go in the same direction. But look here. Is it okay for them to kind of change direction? Yeah, I can change direction with my lines, but I want to keep them going together. Good job, Dylan. I like how you're making all those lines kind of stay together. And I want you to use more than one color. Let's think about using 3 colors on our lion's fur. You used blue already. What else did you add to it? That one?
What color?
yellow.
Then I want you to make some lines in the grass.
Use that one? No, I was doing it like this with Kelly.
Right outside the real grass. Makes it look more like grass.
I did it like this. Give me purple.
I can find it.
I'm doing it this way.
So do you think you learned something from doing this artwork? What did you think you learned?
I learned how to do different techniques, and I learned how to make like texture on pictures.
I think you did.
I learned shapes, cutting out, how to make shapes, and all of that fun stuff that you can do in art. You can do whatever in art. You can make a map out of art. You can make anything
You
with
can.
your own mind.